Here are 3 tips to be an awesome volunteer trainer. Tip 1, be a volunteer advocate. This is your time to support the volunteer. So put yourself in their shoes and think about what they need to be the best JA volunteer possible, and then support them along the way. Do use patient persistence. Part of your training role is to patiently and persistently remind, nudge, and support volunteers to help them prepare. Keep in mind that this might include sending emails, making phone calls, and sending text messages. Remember that it's your job to help volunteers succeed. And don't presume that volunteers don't care. You can reach out to your volunteers and say things like, I know you're excited to volunteer and that you want to be ready for the kids. I noticed that you have not XYZ. How can I help? Can we chat by text or by a quick phone call? Remember that I am here to help you. Tip 2, training is a process, not an event. It's not about a single one-time contact or a single training event. It is about building relationships and about the entire JA volunteer journey. So take the time to build relationships that will ensure a positive volunteer experience. Do engage others. Through our research with volunteers, we learned that volunteers want to hear from other experienced JA volunteers, not only from JA staff. This is a great time to ask an experienced JA volunteer to join during your prep session and to share some stories and tips. But don't stop with training. Look for opportunities that experienced JA volunteers can support and mentor volunteers. Experienced volunteers would love some new ways to be engaged. Tip 3, model what we seek. This may be a time to take a look at your own communication skills and see perhaps if anything needs to be polished. If we want volunteers to be confident, professional, and prepared when working with students, then we must model the same behavior during our training sessions. Don't just wing it. Have your materials ready, be on time, and make sure that you have practiced. You have received 3 tips to be an awesome volunteer trainer. Be sure and check out some additional tips that will help ensure that you are the best JA volunteer trainer as possible.